We're going to take a look at personal finance and do some review for personal finance at this point. And we talked a little bit about different banking options and banking statements and ways that you can go around having different types of accounts and such. And so in this particular question, I want to take a look at a situation where you're trying to compare and trying to predict the amount of money you're going to spend on a bank account. So here we have Richard, who has to pay $12 a month for the first 20 bank transactions, and then $1.25 for each additional transaction after that. So we want to know how much he's going to owe at the end of the month if he makes 29 transactions. So first off, we know he's got a fixed rate of $12 a month for the first 20 transactions. So if we want to come up with a formula for this, we know that he's got to pay $12 plus $1.25 for each additional transaction that is above 20. Okay, so we'll call this $1.25 T. And we'll say that T is equal to the number of transactions above 20. Okay, so in this particular situation, it tells us that so we want to know how much he's going to owe at the end of the month if he's made 29 transactions. So our formula, $12 plus 1.25 times T is going to equal the cost of that particular bank account. Okay, so $12 plus 1.9 T. So we got to figure out, well, how many transactions above 20 has he made? Well, here it tells us that he's made 29 transactions. So 29 minus 20 is going to equal 9. So that's 9 transactions above 20 that he has to pay extra for. So if we scroll down, we can fill that piece out. We've got $12 plus 1.25 times 9, because he's made 9 transactions in addition to his 20 that are covered in the original $12. So we're trying to figure out what the C value is. So we're going to do 12 plus 1.25 times 9. 1.25 times 9 is going to equal 1125. And so in total, the number of the total cost of his monthly bank usage here is $23.25. Okay. So how many transactions does he make if his monthly charges are $17? Well, we have to make use of that formula that we used up here. Okay. So first off, we're going to record our formula. So we know that the formula is 12 plus 1.25 T is equal to C. So C is again the total cost. So here we know that the total cost is $17. So we're going to substitute that piece in. Oh dear. So we've got 12 plus 1.25 T is equal to $17. I'm getting that $17 from that spot right up there in the question. So now it's a matter of doing BEDMAS. I want to get this 1.25 T all by itself. So that means I have to subtract 12 from both sides. So if I subtract 12 from both sides, then I get 1.25. Let's do that again. I get 1.25 T is equal to, so 17 minus 12, that's going to give me 5. Okay, and now I want to get T all by itself. So what I have to do is I actually have to divide both sides by 1.25. So if I do 5 divided by 1.25, that gives me 4. Now we said earlier that T represents the number of transactions above 20. So if I want to figure out the total number of transactions that's made, if his monthly budget or if his monthly bill is $17, then I need to do T plus 20. And that's going to give me my number of transactions. So in this case, we've got 4 plus 20. So he's actually made 24 different transactions over the course of this month. And that's what results in him having a charge of $17.